You're listening to DraftKings Network.
With Uber Reserve, you can book your Uber ride in advance, 90 days in advance. Perfect for all you forward thinkers and planning gurus. Reserve your Uber ride up to 90 days in advance. Uber Reserve. See Uber app for details.
I mean, crispy lineup. Crispy right now.
Not really. That's just the lighting. Dude, the Monday Night Football, man. I went to Raiders and Falcons. Pretty. It was a great experience, but I was surprised how many Falcons fans wore Deion Sanders jerseys.
Yeah.
But I thought there would be way more Michael Vicks, and there weren't. There was maybe 2 or 3.
They just started making those jerseys back available, actually.
Oh, for real?
Because they, like Mitchell and Ness and the people who make the Deons, they didn't do that.
Oh, so that's why. I'm like, this is a lot of, because I remember when you had your Deion jerseys, they're like, wow, where'd you get that? And then I'm like, I didn't know there were this many Deion jerseys out there.
Right. Hey, mine from actually 1994.
Yeah,
that's neither here nor
that's what I'm saying. Like you have one that was like a original prod, right?
I've rarely seen a game, and you mentioned that Monday night game, Falcons-Raiders, where I just look at it on the schedule and I'm like, why is this here? Why do I have 2 Monday night games? It's a terrible game I have no interest in. I mean, you went to it, so I guess it was good for you. But I just remember looking at the schedule and just being like, well, I'm cool if that game just doesn't happen.
It's not only a game that you didn't need. It immediately ends Kirk Cousins' career in Atlanta. We didn't even talk about that today, right. And they won it. The team that won it, the team that won it with 15 points has ended Kirk Cousins' career, and the Raiders do nothing but lose. And that Antonio Pierce idea, not a great one.
Stat of the day.
Dan, there were a bunch of people walking around with signs that said "Just tank, baby." The Raider fan base is very into tanking.
Yeah. Juju, I wanted to get into a couple of things from today's show today, but what I'm really hoping, because I didn't see any of the feedback, and I stayed with it way too long, and I regret certain elements of it, but I hope. No, you're laughing at a different thing than I am, Chris, because
Michael K.
Turturro that too. Look, there were 3 or 4 times today that I stayed with something too long. But my favorite of the things that I stayed too long with was just trying to rummage around. What are you smiling about? Do you know what it is?
I know what I think you spent too much time on.
Give me. Let's see if it's the same thing.
Me versus Dave Hyde.
I love that so much.
Oh, God, I hate
love
that
it so much.
I hate that so much.
Now, Juju, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, Juju, not one of your thoughts, but Juju, what did the audience think? Did I stay with that too long? Because Greg Cote was trying to be nice about things, but I noticed that when I put Dave Hyde in his company, he did not like it. I physically felt it next to me.
Dan, you are going to be pleased because that is not what the audience is ablaze about today, John. Okay. So you're safe.
All right. Is it Amin and Mike Ryan going back and forth at each other?
Look, they're always ablaze about something or other. I would like to start by just updating some polls first to give us some holiday cheer. You feel me?
Yes.
Our office Christmas party is a great time for enthusiasm and dreams or horrible obligations, and 85% of the audience said a horrible obligation.
That's higher than I thought.
That's on me.
That's all right, Juju.
It's not really cheerful.
Yeah.
Okay, how about this one? Okay, do you like this company office Christmas party? All right, 71% of the audience said no. Not really.
Well, happy holidays, everyone.
Really? We're having 2 of these today. We're about to have a white elephant. Amin flew in from Vegas. Amin flew in for this.
Everyone keeps saying 2 of these. What's the other one?
We've got one
That's
tonight.
The one that is sent you. That's the 2 Americas. But I also, it brought with joy to my heart today that, because I know Greg don't listen to these post-game shows just routinely as I listen to the Greg Cote show featuring Greg Cote.
Yeah, thanks, Juju.
You did me.
Yeah.
But also, he said that he want to see the 3-point layup. And if you refer to yesterday, I said, bruh, 3-point dunks. You feel me? If you dunk on somebody, 3 points. You feel me?
It was Juju's
valuable.
first.
I think I worked a Steve Martin in there if you listen back. I was like,
Juju had this many hours ago. He started changing the NBA rules long before Greg Cote started fixing the NBA.
Juju's one caveat was it has to be on someone, though. For it to be 3 points, you have to dunk over a defender.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we still got it to the point where we needed to say that, yeah, it still needs some workshopping, but I think me and you, Greg, can get in the lab and pretty much come up with something by, I say, top of the year.
Hello, let's have a meeting.
Yes,
a couple of them.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
And they did a good, they tried to make it seem like he was in Vegas wasting time, bro. I was locked into the tournament. It wasn't as, like, I didn't see the performance from the OKC that I assumed I would get, but at the same time, I was thoroughly entertained. Thoroughly.
Yes, and the people were asking for you, Juju. A lot of people were like, where's Juju? And I said, he'll be back.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, bro. And I want to shout you out, too, during this Christmas holidays, too. Like, during the break I took, like, bro, Amin is one of the funniest people in the world. So him just sending me a little joke here and there, or him just checking in with me, it lifts my spirit so much. So in front of the whole world, bro, I want to say thank you, and I appreciate you and your friendship throughout, just since I've known you, bro.
Now you made it awkward.
That's nice. That's nice of you to say, but I will say that the most awkward thing here is how we all blew past Greg Cote's totally insincere offer to meet twice with Juju about changing the NBA's rules.
Well, we have to. You can't do it by phone. You got to meet. You're going to have an executive meeting. We'll have people taking notes and doing meeting stuff.
Yeah, but you're not going to do any of this. I want you to get together. You say, look, I've been waiting for a back in my day for about 6 months. You don't do anything around here that you say you're going to do.
Yeah, that kind of thing. I mean, we move on with life. We grow. We expand. I wrote a back in my day book. You want to hear back in my days? There's about 100 of them in here. Maybe 100, maybe 150 of them.
We've heard all those.
By the book.
We've heard all.
No, you haven't, because some of them are original.
No,
some of them have not been heard in 10 years.
We played the original here.
Three of them have been.
This is the 10th anniversary book of Back in My Days.
Three of them have not been heard, and three of them are allegedly new, and one of them you've done here already.
Damn
Greg,
right I have.
Greg, I'm going to suggest something, because I've thought about this for Black in My Days several times. If you pull one from like 7 years ago, will anyone remember?
Well, that's a good question. I will. That's
Only this one. Drawbridges.
Yeah, that's my all-time favorite. Yeah. See, he should rerun some of the best ones, but he won't do it. This guy.
Dan, also $100 fine for killing Michael K in front of Michael K for some odd reason.
You always do that, Dan. When you're trying to celebrate someone, you kill them.
Yeah,
right.
That's true.
Whenever we find out the system, whenever we find out a new finding system, you're negative 100 already off the bat.
Okay, I want to celebrate people and have them hear the things that I'd say at their funeral while they're alive.
But it's your tone, though. It's just the way you say it. You're too right.
Yeah, he was like, bro, did you hear something about me? And salute to that whole segment, bro. I had a smile on my face the entire segment. Even David Samson asked. I was laughing at him today with the other brothers from the New York brothers.
Turturro.
They was I don't know, he's Caucasian, two Americans, but I love all three of them brothers. It was a great segment, and the whole time, bro, I was like, dang, this is what it feel like. Like this is the feeling that I had when I came into the show, like the hijinks and the fun. Like, will I attend your funeral? Like, that's brilliant.
Well, Juju, thank you. That hour felt very good to all of us if we're doing this in traditional post-game Let's Break It Down style. But I love the number of things about that hour, okay? One of my favorite things is that David Samson got shoved right off to the side of his own segment
and was resentful for it.
And we couldn't get rid of Michael K. and Turturro. They didn't want to leave the show because, and this is a great question, why is Greg Cote wrapping gifts over there?
I was wondering the same thing.
I'm not sure Turturro knew how to get off.
Both of them at any point could have just closed their computer or just hit leave on the Zoom. But I don't think they both. My favorite part of that segment was that the two of them at the end were still staring in. And I will say to the audience, if you listen to this via audio, the thing that made me roar with laughing is that I was yelling at Lewis because I could see that Turturro and Kay were still there, kind of trapped. And I'm like, put them on the screen. Put them so that people can just see the confusion of why are Michael K. and Turturro staring at each other as Greg Cote wraps a gift.
So Dan, obviously I'm out in there in the room where Greg is wrapping the gift, but we know his mic is hot. So all of us are kind of speaking in whispers and we're having side conversations. And at one point I remember looking up at the screen to see kind of what you guys were on, and I'm like, why is Nick Turturro and Michael K. still here? Like, it was like 40 minutes later, I'm like, they're still here?
I had said goodbye to them already.
I know.
Right? It was funny when Michael K was like, if the Yankees would have did this or another, they could have easily went to L.A. and got their last game. And David Samson, well, if I was 8 feet and could dunk, and Michael K was like, you won't and you won't.
Right. You aren't and you won't. Yeah. It was. I did kill Michael K. I will pay that fine at another time. Do you have anything else for us in the way of constructive criticism today? That Mike and Amin thing got heated over the defensive protection of basketball.
The people loved it.
Yeah, that definitely set the chat on fire. People love seeing it. And me personally, I can't tell what's a bit and what's real anymore, so I didn't lend any kind of emotion to it. I just saw it as two brothers who are talking shop, you know?
I will reveal to the audience, I was surprised afterwards. Mike was legitimately, like, offended. And so
you will not reveal any such thing to the audience. We don't reveal. That's not what we do.
Major penalty, 5 minutes, screaming comedy.
You hear that, brother?
We don't explain what the show is. Like, you want that to be the postgame? Get your own postgame show.
Well, look, all I know is I love that brother. Michael, if you can hear my voice, just know I love you. People still love you online. People love Amin. It was like a Team Edward, Team Jacob situation. And so I think it was a healthy banter. Sorry if anybody was offended. I'm sure that wasn't anybody's intentions. But just know that it was great content, and I'm sorry if anybody was offended in that.
Much love, Juju. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good luck in the playoffs,
yes,
unless you play me.
I got your son, Michael, first round.
All right, go through him to get to me. It's inevitable.
Yes, sir.
Hey, we got to make if you and I meet in the championship game, we got to make a bet or something, like a friendly bet. I don't know what
I'm with it.
Yeah, we got to.
If I beat you in the championship, you help me publish my next book, and vice versa.
Okay, I was thinking of something a little bit less involved and serious, but we'll see what we can do.
Can't wait for that rule-changing meeting you guys are going to have.
Yeah, two of them.
Those 2 meetings.
Yeah, we're going to get right on. I'm going to have my my people get with your people, and we'll get it done.
Yep, over lunch.